On August the 14th, politicians, human rights groups and the public gathered to remember the plight of comfort women, a euphemistic term to describe the victims of the Japanese-run system of sexual slavery before and during World War II.
Not only were these women abused by individuals, they were abused by a whole country. It is essential that young people understand what happened to them and pass that knowledge through the generations.
In previous years, protesters would gather outside the Japanese de facto embassy to demand justice. But all was quiet this year, sparking concern that with the death of the last Ama, literally Hokkien for grandma, earlier in 2023, their plight was fading from Taiwan's collective memory.
67年过去了，这个仇恨我是永远忘不了的。
Taipei Women's Rescue Foundation, the event organisers, called on people to refer to the women as military sex slaves because of the belief that the Japanese term comfort woman diminishes the horrors they were subjected to.
We Taiwanese people need to know about this and look squarely at history.
Du Ingqiu, the head of the foundation, is demanding the government include content about the Amas in history lessons.
And through teaching people about this part of history, we are also promoting the importance of gender equality and helping to prevent gender-based violence.
The organisation has created boxes filled with tools to help educate young people about the women's experiences. So far, more than 100 have been distributed across the country.
This is a picture of an ama holding her granddaughter's hand tightly, because she was scared that the young girl would be snatched away, just like she had been.
Despite many thinking of what happened to the Amas as a faraway wartime story, what they went through is eerily similar to some present-day sufferings.
Taiwanese people are being lured to Cambodia and Myanmar to work. This is happening now, and a lot of people think Taiwan is safe from war, but we often hear about women and children being subjected to sexual assault in Ukraine.
Taipei Women's Rescue Foundation has faced numerous challenges keeping the women's memories alive, most recently when it was forced to close its museum following plummeting ticket sales.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, not as many visitors came, sometimes only 2 to 3 people a day.
The new museum may be smaller, but it is still filled to the brim with invaluable artifacts reflecting the lives and experiences of the women.
When people put their hands under the tubes, they can see the Amas' names. To us, it means that each of them is very important and that we will work to cherish their memory the best we can.
An estimated 200,000 women, including 2,000 from Taiwan, were ensnared in this cruel system, trafficked and forced to have sex, often with dozens of soldiers a day in tents and shacks near the front line.
I met one ama who would carry a bag with her at all times, even at home. This often happens after individuals are abused. They feel uncomfortable with their surroundings and keep their belongings close.
In addition to the traumas these women were subjected to, many were never able to speak publicly, or even with their families, about what they had been through.
One ama did tell her family about what had happened. Then she got kicked out of home. And for the other amas, their husbands divorced them after finding out what had happened.
In 1999, 9 of the women tackled the taboo head-on when they travelled to Tokyo with the support of Taipei Women's Rescue Foundation to file a lawsuit against the Japanese government. But in 2005, it failed.
Even though we lost in the end, making more people aware of this issue and taking it to court still had a profound effect on the amas.
Art therapy, access to psychiatrists, financial support, the organisation did all it could to support these women while they were alive. And now, despite them all passing away, it has not stopped working to make sure the horrors they experience will be written into Taiwan's history book. CNA Taipei.